the thing. Edward Gore. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi! I was worried you aren't going to make it on time, but it's exactly 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time.
Is it? Off with the pants and on with the culottes.
That's 9 p.m. Eastern, by the way. Have fun and tell the boys I said hello.
Yep, there's the culottes right there. Maxwell Smart.
Honey, was my saying culotte.
You Bob and Rob.
You Bob and Rob.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it in the wrong order.
Quiet on the set. Cue Rob and Bob.
Willie D. Willie D.
C'est le Lounge Show avec Rob Scott et Bob Doyle, deux diffuseurs vétérans qui aiment s'entendre parler et qui réussissent d'une manière ou d'une autre à se supporter. Voyons si vous pouvez les supporter aussi bien. Voici Rob et Bob.
And then I spin her up.
There, you spin, then I go.
That bat was already done and I didn't do my job. Where are the applause? Do we have any applause? Thank you. So it's lounge time.
It's lounge time. Time to lounge because it's lounge time.
Yeah, who did Aaron Spelling? Didn't he? Wasn't that one of his masterpieces?
It was one. He had his paw print on that thing.
Man, he was a Jiggle TV fan if there ever was one.
Yeah, Love Boat was just it borderline, right? It was like family TV.
But was it?
But was it?
Right.
I feel like we've talked about the Love Boat at least once before on this program, which is called The Lounge Show. And I'm Bob Doyle, even though there's no visual.
Yeah, well, and our nicknames aren't there either.
I don't know. Hold on.
What's going on up in the booth?
Who's been monkeying around with the graphics?
That's right.
I need the captions.
The original theme is from the Polivetsin Dance No. 2. I borrowed it.
Yeah, I thought that showed up on my feed the other day just randomly, so I had to send it to you. Not because you didn't have it, because
But boy, the Rick Moranis doing the sign off on the TV was brilliant. I should have got back to you on that. That was outstandingly good.
Yeah,
man, I watched that and I go, oh my gosh, the tunes he's grabbing along. It's just so good. Is that Second City? I think, right? Or is that the Canadian? Yeah,
that's probably what that was.
Man. And when you ever watch either the John Candy biography or the Martin Short biography, they will reference that area of comedy quite often.
Of course. I didn't have as much access to that show.
No, either did I. Although I remember when Great White North stuff, and they're Hoser and they're doing all the beer drinking. Of course, I gravitated to that.
Right, when there was a hit song on Top 40 radio.
Right. That's when comedy, or not just comedy, when it influenced pop culture. Now we've got so many different areas to go. So the problem is, to me, is that you can then go cherry pick whatever aligns with you. You're never really introduced to anything new. You can just go back for the same fix on the same style of stuff because there's so many options now.
There are indeed, sir. There are indeed.
When Bassomatic showed up, man, my mind was blown. When Dan Aykroyd's dropping a fish in a blender and no more scaling or gutting or that's just and what was it's a dessert topping Anaflor wax.
Shimmer.
Yeah, new shimmer.
That's pretty weird that you would bring up this, because I've told you about my friend Bob Bennett. I'm sure he was one of my first best friends, I guess, growing up.
Okay.
In my neighborhood, he introduced me to the Beatles and Playboy magazine, and he was that guy.
Teach you how to light matches?
No, that I already knew and had experience with.
Okay. And that's another story, boys and girls.
I was self-taught.
Because the same guy who turned me on, who introduced me to Playboy.
I know I've told you about Bob because
get back to Bob.
But I used to tell one of his childhood stories as one of my own. that he was like on a TV show and he sang a song. My big cat had little cats, 3, 6, 9 cats. 1 wee kitten had no tail. This I chose for my cat. Apparently he did that when he lived in wherever he lived, New York, I think. And he told me that, and then I ended up for years telling people I did that.
Oh, okay.
But the other thing is he also guitar. He was the first one to get me really going into guitar and the Beatles. Did I already say that?
Yeah, you did.
Songs and stuff like that. And we made up a song one time about I am the deer who ran through the store that ate all the birdseed up. And we still, to this day, on Facebook, every 6 or 7 years or something,
on the anniversary of when you wrote the song.
The anniversary of the day, I remember it, November 12th. It was just before Felix Unger Day.
Felix Unger Day Eve.
But point is, I was just before the show, I was sitting here waiting. I was like thinking of that song. I was like, oh my, I've got AI now. I can make a video of a deer running through a store eating birdseed. And I can send it to him. And then you brought up this, which connected right to Bob, who I haven't thought about in
New Shimmer and Bassomatic.
Shimmer, because he introduced me to Saturday Night Live, and he had the album and Shimmer Floor Wax, to be specific. We used to do that all the time. He told me about it. Then I saw it, and I was like, oh wow.
There's a line in there where he says, "It's a floor wax, you cow." And then
hey, you too.
Right. Yeah.
It was a floor wax and a dessert topping.
I read an article.
It tastes great, and just look at that shine.
And Land Shark.
Yeah, Candygram
was good too. In fact, I didn't on the 4th.
Oh.
Because you just should. That's Americana. Oh, crap. I got to find it. Hold on. I'm looking for it. It's taking me a minute. Give me. There we go. Yeah. And if you wear the white gloves, you can dance in the gazebo.
You can dance if you want to.
Sure.
You can leave your friends behind.
I don't fudge. Except I didn't say fudge. I forgot where I was when I froze.
Oh, you Animal House yourself.
I did Animal House myself.
But speaking of Animal House, John Belushi, Saturday Night Live.
Right. Pop culture. Oh, I read an article that said that usually, or with most people polled or whatever, when they do focus, whatever the crap, that you align yourself with whatever Saturday Night Live iteration of the staff, of the crew, or whatever, what's the word I'm looking for? Not staff. Cast. Yes, gosh, jeepers, getting old. You align with the ones that you were introduced to in high school. That you think, and not you personally, but most people think those were, that was that's when Saturday Night Live was good, man.
Yeah, because I was introduced to it when they were still.
How old were you freshman year of high school? Or not how old were you? I'm sorry. What year was it? Oh my gosh. Man, was that stupid.
That would have been 79. That would have been 79.
79 through 83?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's when I was in college.
Yeah.
Those exact same 4 years.
Oldie.
Yeah, but we're getting closer as the years go on. That 4-year gap would have been big between 8 and 12 years old. But I'll tell you, we're both old now.
8 and 12. That is funny.
I would have been really cool compared to you.
Normally.
I could have scared the shit out of you in some neighborhood if I was 12 and you were 8.
Yeah, you'd probably be. You occur to me as a bully.
No, Jeff Wunderlich was the neighborhood.
Jeff, what?
Wunderlich.
No!
I've never told you about Jeff Wunderlich. Yeah, that's his name.
I can't believe it.
Seriously. That's right. I forget. I've got really cool childhood names. Bob loves them. Danny Wasilewicz and Kevin Wysocki and Joe Van de.
Yeah, those are all great. But Wunderlich?
Jeff Wunderlich. Well, seriously, I can't make that up. Well, I could, but I'm not. And he was the bully, and he was a cliche. He was a trope. He would be like if you cast him in a film, you go, come on, really? That's a little over the. He wore the black leather jacket. He had the pointy leather shoes.
Oh boy,
he was the whole. This is grammar school, And he picked on everyone at recess and everything. And everyone took his whooping. You know, everyone let Jeff Wunderlich kick the crap out of you. He was just that bully. And then Chris Chelios showed up. I know you're not a sports guy, but Chris Chelios eventually went on to play in the NHL. He's in the NHL Hall of Fame. He Stanley Cup, and he's like our local boy in Evergreen Park in our little neighborhood. Because I went to grade school. Then when he got into middle school and high school, he got, for lack of a better term, drafted. You go to the fancy schools, they'll give you a scholarship because he could play hockey very well. And anyhow, he took crap off no one. Chelios, he was destined to be an NHL player. So Jeff Wunderlich is doing his shtick on the playground, you know, giving me. Well, he was.
No, it just sets it up. He now his bullying has become shtick compared to what's about to happen.
Right. He's doing his shtick, picking on somebody, and Chelios comes up and starts running circles around Jeff Wunderlich. I'm serious, just like a nut, like a whirling dervish nut. And Jeff Wunderlich didn't know what to do with it, and everyone's watching, and then Chelios just stops and went right at him and did like a side thing and boom, right in the middle, like he flew through the air and knocked him on his ass and popped him a couple of times. And that was it. You know, I mean, Jeff Wunderlich was bully no more. And it was Chelios who did this. And I'll never forget it. It was like it would have been an after school special kind of scene.
So wait, did that stop all Wunderlich bullying?
Well, no, he was a shell of himself after that, because
he was kind of a Scott Farkas, kind of
yes, right. Hey, kid.
I'm telling my dad.
He was a Scott Farkas thing. His teeth weren't as yellow or his eyes weren't as green or whatever the hell they were before Chris Chelios did. He just said, this is screwy. And if you look up Chris Chelios, you'll see, I mean, he was a very accomplished hockey player. He played on the Olympic team on the 84 team, which nobody gave a rip about.
That's cool that you have that story.
Yeah, and I'm surprised in all these years you never heard the name Jeff Wunderlich.
Man, I think I'm going to have to do a little searching for Jeff. I mean, how many can there be?
Well, I don't know. Oh, look, I forgot. The tote board is hot and running. Wunderlicking. Yes, Wunderlich. I guess that's how it's spelled. I'd have to go. I don't know how I would find grade school stuff.
I guess, I mean, look, if your name's Wunderlich, you got to get tough.
Well, yeah. Well, though a lot of people had weird names and they didn't have to. He was truly a cliche. He was the cliche bully. You know, he'd take your lunch money.
It's a weird name.
It is. Well,
it's
yeah,
it's not like your, you know, like your Van de Hayes and your what the other ones you just
Dan
said.
Wasilewicz and Kevin Wysocki.
Right. Those are just Wunderlich is a different thing.
It is that. And we didn't even go there. We could have done the cheap joke thing with it, but that was his name, Jeff Wunderlich. I saw Jim Gaffigan talking about the guy who did something. He was like one of the first land barons or whatever in Milwaukee, and his name was Pfister. And then there's a hotel in Milwaukee, but it's now spelled with a P, P-F-I, but it's still Pfister. And Gaffigan did a whole bit on that. You know, he goes, yeah, you can put the P there if you want, but it's still Pfister. You know, and Gaffigan does it in his Gaffigan way.
Right. Oh, yeah, you can put the P there.
You put that P there all you want. It's still Pfister, the Pfister Hotel. And I had never given it any thought.
That's just ego, man. That's just ego.
Yeah,
putting the ego before business.
Just put Marriott on there and call it a day, dude. Nope.
It's a family name, and it's going up there.
It's going up there, and it's the Pfister Hotel. And there is one in Milwaukee, a Pfister Hotel. Speaking of Wisconsin, hold on, hold it. I got a picture I could show you today.
Alrighty.
This was sent to me by Mr. Ryder. Actually, the whole group. I think you should have it there. If you can put it up on the screen, Bob.
You did. I misclicked.
So there, you have to just kind of read it.
Okay, the most commonly consumed alcoholic beverage. Drink Wisconsin Blee.
Yes. And then you've got your wine out there in California,
Yes, sir.
and the rum is down south, Florida, the Keys, and wicked pissa whiskey up in New England. And then Wisconsin, vodka, rum. And then Wisconsin just says yes. And I think that's I think that's a pretty funny graph.
It took me a second there.
Yeah. All the beer states. That's got to be Utah, I'm guessing there. That's gray.
Yeah.
That's where Steven's at. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of cute. Who was I talking to the other day? I was talking to Steven, as a matter of fact. And he was talking about Wisconsin drinking too. I said, it really is. It's different. And I said, and that's where I got my training. That's where I trained to be a drinker. Oh, and speaking of, look at that. Isn't that just the prettiest thing?
Sorry. Yeah. See, this is
We're on the banks of the mighty Chippewa River in
on the sidewalk.
Eau Claire, Wisconsin. That's the footbridge where I met Tim Mahoney. And there's somebody delivering papers on his bicycle. He's on his paper route there.
Good morning, Mr. McGregor.
Morning, Billy.
Oh, Billy, you stupid. I don't subscribe.
Say hi to your mom for me.
You know I will.
See you, Mr. McGregor. Bye-bye, Billy. You have a good night. And keep slinging them papers. Yeah. So anyway, there's Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I like that little tune there. If you can do that with AI, you and I sitting picking on a porch, that'd be kind of fun.
That would be fun. You got to send it to me though.
Yes, I will. Or it's on Spotify. Can I just send you that way, or do you have
to? Absolutely.
Okay, very good. Anyway, it looks. Tell you what, it looks really still. Look at the flagpole on the right-hand side of your screen, boys and girls. It looks very still in Eau Claire tonight at 8:15 Central Time.
Well, we got a little bit of activity on the lens.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's some sort of bug thing.
A bug thing?
That's what I would say. It's probably, a web of some sort.
I see.
I'm guessing. I think they get up there on the
wind. We have wind here. Weekend special.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I didn't know you wanted to do the special of the weekend. I can do that for you, Bob.
Weekend special.
It's 104 degrees right now, and it has been nasty AF, as they say. 105, 6, 7, 8, 111, 114, something like that. Craziness here in the Vegasness of losses. And it was a pool day today, but the water was still too cold for me because I just can't handle it.
Yeah, you're a weenie.
The wind was also picking up as the afternoon went on, which makes a cool water skin even cooler.
You want to try that one again?
Nope.
Come on, do it again.
It makes the cool. Nope. Yeah. So they're going to 7-Eleven because it's Slurpee Day or something. 7-Eleven Day. And you can just walk in.
I saw that come up on the tote. Celebrating. What's is this? Was it the 11th? 7-Eleven. Oh, I'm an idiot. Today's 8.
Yeah. And so you can go to a 7-Eleven and just go get yourself a Slurpee and walk out. They'll scan it, but it's free.
That's kind of nice.
Except for one thing.
Which would be?
I don't like Slurpees.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Leduc's and get a malted.
There you go. Give me that for free. Now you got my attention.
I figured I would. Man, I miss that so much. There are certain things. That's fried pies for sure. Except it won't be fried pies. I'm willing to.
No, that's I was gonna say.
But I'm just saying, I'm pining for an old dish or beverage from a regional thing. Today I had a beer flash thing for about 2 minutes. I could really go for a beer. Do you ever have that? Like you'll say, I could really go for a drink.
No. I get
really.
I every now and then. Yeah, no. Every now and then. I have that NA beer or whatever that I like, that IPA stuff. And I guess every now and then I think if anything, it's generally still going to be wine. But I had the same exact trigger as I always have ever since I quit, and that is I think about it for a second, and then I think about how I'm going to feel, and it just immediately goes away.
Yeah, I don't. It's not about the feeling. About well, what do you mean, like hungover? Like the next day feeling?
I know the during, like you get that first little thing, and then I just get sleepy and withdrawn and angry, and you know what I mean. It's like I just remember it's not all it's fried pies. Drinking was always fried pies because you're always chasing some amazing experience or some,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Nope.
and it was and that's the
Well, and
nature
it's
of
also
that.
built in. It was built in. Drinking was built in. Oh, we're having a barbecue, Bob, and they're all come. Bob, the whole family's coming over. We're going to make dead food,
Right.
and we're going.
Certain elements
And then you
meant
drink, or the
drinking.
boys are getting together, or we're going to shoot pool. Hey, let's have a
Right.
few cold ones, or let's go to Hey, we made it to Wisconsin. Let's go to Chuck's first.
We're getting ready to drive to Wisconsin. Let's have a beer.
Well, we only did that once.
Yeah, that we are capable of learning lessons.
That's when I lost all my shoes. No, I didn't lose them. I just never packed them.
Gary,
Indiana.
I remember. I have freeze frames of that motel room or
Yeah.
that.
I can't picture the hotel. I remember going shopping for shoes. I got a pair of gym shoes, and I really remember, I mean, like vividly remember, that London, England. Which it just boom, it went into my memory banks and it's there for life. And we were in the car and we were listening to a replay, like the best of Stephen Gary. It was probably like 2 or 3 in the morning. We were still on the road and we got to just pull over. We're not going any further. And we were close. I mean, Gary's about an hour and a half from Chicago. So it's
Right.
like,
but yeah. But then we got into the city traffic, didn't we? Did we?
no, I don't believe on that. Well, the next day we went, we finished
I thought when we got up in Gary and went, weren't we going in traffic or no?
Well, it would have been the next morning.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't recall that it was debilitating.
Did we go straight that first year to see Oak?
No, that would have been the second year because it was
in the
night.
city though. Where did we go? Did we go?
Well, when we went and saw Oak, it was the second round at least because it was night, and we pulled and they were asleep, and when they left the house open, and that's when all the booze was downstairs, and we split like a shot glass of wine.
Oh yeah, okay. So that wasn't even Home Run In. That was something else because he was there for Home Run In, obviously.
Well, no, he was there though. I mean, they were asleep. We saw him the next morning, and he goes, "Here's 80,000 beers."
No, I meant, but he was present. We did not disturb them on that night, and thus we did not know there was beer in the fridge.
Right.
But there was another time we went there, and he made us pizza at like 2:00 in the morning.
Okay.
And that's the first time I had Home Run In.
Well, Home Run In's badass pizza, that's for sure.
We had it recently.
Did you really? Did they sell it there? Oh, they sell it here too. I just haven't bought it. I still go Red Baron cheese, 3 cheese.
Yeah, because you can get tired of it, but it's so different. That crust is so different.
You know what that is to me? That is, well, it used to be. I haven't been in years, but Hooters wings. They were different, and everyone goes, "Yeah, you're going for the wings." I go, "Yeah, like once a year they have it's like a breaded batter, and it was unique to Hooters." And so I would get their wing, but then I go, that's about it for like a year. I don't want these wings once a week or anything. And I remember taking Steven to Hooters one time. He was about 8 or 9. Kim and Sam went up north, and it was going to be the boys' weekend. And so we went down I got us a room at the Sheraton where there was an indoor pool. So I thought, if you have an indoor pool in January, that'll be a cool mini vacation so we went down, and it's dinner time. And we're downtown Atlanta. You can go any number of places. And right outside the hotel was a Hooters. And I thought, what the heck? Burgers and wings and fries. And he's 8 or 9 years old. And so we walked in, and we weren't in there for 60 seconds. And he goes, "I'm not liking this place very much." And I said, "Fine, we'll go somewhere else." We ended up having room service, as it turned out. But
delivered by a Hooters waitress.
Yeah, go figure.
Figure what? Come on, Rob. What are you doing?
Well, I see what you did there, but I just he just vibed on it. He knew this isn't this isn't Moe's.
Moe's would be much friendlier.
So, but anyway, I appreciate that about the Home Run In. It is unique.
Remember Manuel's Tavern?
Yeah.
and that they had a bacon cheeseburger that to this day I've had no equal. Unfortunately, I'll never get it because I don't remember what it tastes like anymore. So
I still miss, I not miss, I could go, but Vortex, I always thought made a really nice burger.
that was more downtown, though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't go to Fort.
Well, when I was, I mean, I only worked down there 30 years. So I would hit, I mean, 30, yeah. What the, in fact, I don't know if I told you this, I'm sure I have, but it dawned on me when I was working there toward the end that the bathroom on the 7th floor, which you used a million times when you'd come on Fridays for party time, that 7th floor bathroom I used more than I will use any other bathroom as long as I live on the planet.
That's funny. I totally get that, and I think I've had that thought about stuff.
How depressing.
And I do remember the 7th floor bathroom.
It was gray and it had 1 by 1 inch tile. I mean, that's 25, 26 years I used that bathroom.
Wow.
You're not going to live anywhere that long. Even
That
when I
is
was a kid, I only lived,
freaking time.
It is.
To be in that building.
Yeah.
I wasn't at WSB for 89 to 92, like nothing.
Yeah, well, I was there from 91 through 93, and then at the beginning of 94, I was gone at SB.
And how long between the jobs?
I got blown out of SB right at the end of 93, like Christmas time. And in fact,
we were doing the show. We were doing the New Year's Eve. That's right, because you had just been right, of course, the whole keyboard thing.
That's right, the whole keyboard. Now it's coming back.
The whole layer. That's what made it even better. You didn't even work there anymore.
No, and I stole the keyboard for a party, and then
throw some beer in there.
A lot of beer, as I recall. A healthy.
Okay, of course. And so I'm sorry. And then you started at GST when?
June.
So you had like 6 months of.
I was a little unemployment and just trying to find your way. And now, oh my gosh, I just got married, and the whole wedding is.
I don't remember that time in your life, like what you were.
Well, you had children. You don't have time to be noticing what's going on.
Still, I mean, if
we were friends.
So we were probably still drinking on the weekends or whatever.
Of course we were. That's I'm out of work.
I don't remember that unemployed period.
It was about 6 months, and I was doing. I think that's when, and then I got a hold of the guy. Steve Julius was his name.
Oh my God, that name I remember.
And he was at GST, and I walked into his, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I can write and I can produce spots all day. I've been doing that for years. I hadn't hardly done them at all, but I did have a knack for prod, and I said, "I'll do specs. You'll do specs." I knew I would get them. Even then, I knew how to sell. You go to a guy in sales and say, "You'll do specs." And then from there, that same company, that was J-Core, turned into Clear Channel, turned into iHeart, and
J-Core. Oh my God. I totally forgot that whole name.
Yeah. And then there's a bathroom that's gray, and I pissed in there for 26 years.
Well, we all
well done. So here's something. Now, it could be AI, and I wrote this down. You were talking about. I saw that commercial came up on the algorithm. These videos with kids that first get glasses or hearing aids. Have you ever seen these? They're little babies, and I'm wondering if those are they could be AI.
No, I think those were around before AI.
Actually. Okay, good, because I'm hooked on them. You can't help. Excuse me.
That's not to say that people haven't now taken the concept and start doing AI versions, because that absolutely, but could have.
And also the kids at the dog shelter when he picked me, Mom. Can we take him home? Those will just rip my soul apart too. These videos,
those I'm happy to say do not show up on my algorithm.
I mean, they're good. They're not bad. They're not negative. They're just Hallmark Channel stuff, man. I mean, the dog that's like a Labrador, and he's like 9 or 10. You can tell he's older, and he comes up to the kid and picks the kid, and the kid's like 4, or she's like 4. Oh my gosh, they picked me, Mom, and the tears start. And can we take him home? And I go, oh, I'm such a sucker for this. And of course, you click on a couple of them, and then they're coming in. They're in my mailbox every day.
I see what this guy is about.
Yeah.
So tonight, normally, I know we're here at the end, and normally I would have leftover Joe's pizza from Friday, and that is exactly what I'm having. Yesterday, though, I chose something different. I always get pepperoni, mushroom, and sausage because I love it. It's so amazing there. I can't even. But I said, let's try something different. I can't remember what name they gave it, but basically it was a pepperoni pizza, but they used bigger Italian pepperoni, I think a gorgonzola cheese and some roasted garlic maybe, and then roasted red peppers, which was for me the question mark because
Oh, that sounds good to me,
uh,
man.
it can end up tasting like pimento cheese, which I do not like. And then they had regular pepperoni, which they kind of cooked to a crisp and crumbled on top.
Oh, I like that touch.
Yes. And the first bite was like, oh, there's that kind of pimento cheese, roasted red pepper flavor. But then it settled into OMG. So I've got half of that to have tonight. And I was thinking they were going to time it out. So when I got off the show, I would go downstairs and it would be ready. And they were going to make French fries, start that at 6:20. But they just drove off a few minutes ago to get that Slurpee. So that means none of that's happening.
Right. Well,
So
you'll
I
still
need to
get the
go start
pizza.
What's that?
You'll still get the pizza.
I absolutely will. But I have to go start the French fries.
Well, that sounds like just a hellacious evening, buddy. You got to get off your ass and.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6
Dance
p.m.
like no
Pacific,
one's
9
watching.
p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same.
That's
After all,
good.
we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.